Hello, if you're a local business in SA and you want Vince and I to join you on site for one of our on-site live recording sessions of our podcast, please reach out to us at hello@livinpodcast.com.
It's a great opportunity for expanded reach, customer interactions, and some authentic storytelling opportunities for your brand.
Not to mention fun.
Of course it's fun. So email us at hello@livinpodcast.com and we will see you on site really soon.
We are living with a vibe today.
Oh my God.
Background music, it is pumping.
Your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. On a cloudy day.
For those that have just tuned in, you're wondering what the hell is all that background noise? It's because we are recording live from the Big Shed tonight. And it's airing on a Monday as per usual, but hence the noise.
It is a Monday night, would you believe it? And we are out on a school night down here at Big Shed Brewing in Royal Park at the Save Our Shed event.
Save our shed.
Save our shed. You're going to hear that a lot tonight, that's for sure. We have got guests coming on. We've got brewers. We've got the guys who run the brewery.
We've got everything going on, and it's all about big saves.
Big saves. All of the big saves tonight. Look,
and now we've got Chloe Cassadine. You can pop your head on camera there. There you go. Here, Chloe, jump on. Quick.
Jump on.
There you go. Nice and close, because it's Chloe Cassadine.
There you go, 80s ladies.
Just literally exited the stage from a fine performance, and it's part of her 80s ladies show that, although this airs next Monday, her show is still happening. I'm actually going on the 17th of March if anyone wants to join me.
Yes.
Come on down. Yeah. So, Chloe, you've just come off stage. It's pumping here tonight.
It's on fire. Wow, it's going hard.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Check.
Amazing. Hey, Chloe, welcome back. It's so nice to see you again. Oh my God, I always get so excited when I get to see you.
Face.
Hey, so we are talking tonight about big saves.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like you just had a big save.
Literally.
Right there on stage.
You just saved it because somehow, for some unknown reason, the music cut out while you were singing.
Yes.
And the professional that you
Smashed
are
it.
just keeps going.
Well, I just didn't know what to do.
But it was fantastic. We all just joined in.
It was a
and
vibe.
sang
The whole
along.
crowd was into it. We were singing. We were clapping along.
Excellent. That's
it was
all I
epic.
wanted. Well, it cut out at the most, like the biggest point. And I thought, what am I going to do? So I just kept the crowd singing.
Yeah.
And
a big
clapping.
save. Look at that.
There
And
you
that's
go.
our
Big
topic. You are on point, my friend. So tell me, you've got 80s ladies and you've got your other So Fresh show at the Fringe, yes?
I do indeed.
Yeah. So tell us, what are the dates? You start tomorrow night, which this airs next Monday. So you would have already been well and truly into your season.
So Fresh would have finished.
Yes.
And so we would have done 6 shows of that.
Yep.
But then Tuesday the 12th of March, we start 80s Ladies.
Awesome.
Fantastic. And I was so lucky to see So Fresh.
Oh, yes,
I
you
have
did.
seen it about 6 months ago. It's a vibe, people. And if there will be not one person sitting in their seat that
Not at all. Even here, I was
guarantee
up, I was dancing, I was singing one of my favourites up there. How you going to be my girl? One of my favourites. Take me back to being 15 in my So Fresh compilation.
Isn't it?
It's
one
the
of the
best.
best songs. I had to pick that one.
Fantastic. So, Chloe, go out there, get people, round them up to come and see your show.
Yes, I will.
Because they're silly not to. They're just silly. So thank you for being here tonight and giving up your time as well. Thanks to Adelaide
My pleasure.
and the Big Shed. Thank you, Chloe.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
You.
Sinking beers
No,
tonight,
there's
Nance.
nothing sinking. It's all about saving tonight. And tonight we are here at the Big Shed.
I love it.
And we are here to save the shed. And we have none other than Craig with us here tonight.
None other.
None other.
The Craig. How are you feeling about all this? Craig is obviously one of the owners. It's a partnership, right?
It is.
It is,
It is.
along with Jace. But here you are at the moment. How are you feeling?
Mate, where are we? We are 6:20, so
Yes.
it's officially kicked off 20 minutes ago.
And this place is pumping.
The place is absolutely heaving with people who want nothing more than to see us survive and thrive, and that fills me with more emotion than I can possibly muster. It is so good.
As it should, because
Yeah.
let me tell you, not only are we proud South Australians, but we're bloody proud of the South Aussies who have done something and brought themselves up, not just by themselves, not just you and Jace, but it's the whole team here. It's the
Yeah.
family that you've built and the community of beer drinkers and beer lovers. I was introduced to it years ago by none other than Social Cindy, you call her.
Social City, yes.
I call her Ridgy Didge, but Social Cindy, she introduced me to Big Shed years ago, and I thank her for it. So for us to be involved tonight as well is a wonderful thing. Craig, how did Big Shed start?
We started, so the official story is Jason and I started as a couple of home brewers. Jason had a place out at Lindon. We would brew out there on the weekends.
At the Barossa.
At the Barossa, yeah. So the original Big Shed name comes from not from this shed or from Brownwood Street shed, but from the fact that we started in an agricultural shed.
I love
so
that.
after a few dozen beers, we were like, we need to come up with a name, and we were like, oh man, I think Big Shed Brewing Concern was like the third name on the list, and that's the name that got picked up by the government of the day, however that works. So the Big Shed Brewing Concern started there, and then we had the business name. We talk rubbish to each other, make beers, whatever. 3 years went by, whatever it is, and the government said to us, you either renew your business name or you quit it. And the girls are like, look, piss or get off the pot, right? And so we're like, well, you can't out-immature us, we'll show you, so let's have a go at it. We found a place out at Brownwood Street, so around the back of where we are now, little 200 square metre place. We opened up there, we started brewing there, and then we opened up the venue, probably about 4 months later. I reckon Jason decided on a whim to open up this, we're going to have people in. Okay, no one's coming to Royal Park. And we had, I think we turned over $300 on that first night.
Wow.
And we thought our shit didn't stink. Like, how good was this?
How good.
And then, so from there, like, we go, right, we'll do Fridays, Saturdays. We had a Saturday where we turned over one beer. $7 Saturday.
And that was you. Did you buy
$7
it?
No, $7 Saturday. So someone came in, so we're open for 8 hours, 12 to 8. Someone's come in, bought one pint and fucked off. I don't know what's worse. We had one punter, or you had a beer and then sodded off. From that, we worked. We got our recipes down. We got our marketing down, and our word of mouth down. Next thing you know, we can't keep up. We open up this new venue
And you introduced food after a while as well.
Yeah. So the girls, our ever-loving wives who had full-time jobs would come in and cook in the kitchen.
Amazing.
And just make stuff that we can make. Like, we're not chefs, we're not anything like that.
Yep.
We would literally had a barbecue plate on a stove, and we'd cook burgers on it until the hot plate buckled, and then we'd chuck it and get another one and just go again. And that's what we're always about. Like, do we ever think we're the best brewery? No, we don't. That's completely subjective. But I'd like to think we're the most honest.
And a lot of heart.
Yeah,
a lot of heart. And that's what it's all about.
We've spoken with a couple of your staff tonight as well, and they share that same sentiment of the heart and why they're here, and it is really because of what you've built.
It's not what I built. So me and Jay started it. It's the team and the public who built it. Like, we're in Royal Park. Like, before we got here, it was just called Park, right? But they made this something. They said, yep, this is something we want. And we're in a tough spot at the minute, but this is like having 750 plus people here. They built it, not us. We're responsible for it. So we hold that responsibility really, really close. It's something we don't take lightly. And it's just amazing to see people come and support us.
Fantastic. Now tonight, because it's the big save event for the Big Shed, have you got any save moments that you can talk about? We're talking about any big saves in life. Have you had any moments that you've saved an object, a situation, a conversation, a human?
Mate, no, I am more often than not got my foot in my mouth and being saved by other people.
So you need to be saved.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a heart on the sleeve kind of guy, and sometimes that means I go too far, but what I like to think that people know that, and if I apologise and apologise early enough, I can get away with it. So saved myself a few times.
There you go, you save yourself.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah. I can tell you, so let's go back. Talk about saving myself. At Brownwood Street, Jason and I, no brewing experience, no hospitality experience, whatever. We're trying to set up this venue, or set up this brewery, while at the same time having a full-time job. We've been in there 4 or 5 nights, 11:30, 12 o'clock, 1 a.m. finishes, going to work the next day. So about 4 days in, we're really shitty with each other. We're trying to run these glycol lines, and we're up there and we're sorting that out. And all of a sudden this music starts and we can hear it. And we're in the back blocks of Royal Park. There's no reason for any music to be playing.
Yeah.
And it was good music. And so we're just bopping around. And about 20 minutes in, I'm like, I'm going to find out where that's coming from. And I walk out and I walk into this bloke's shed. And then I realise the situation that I've just walked, like it's 11:30 at night on a Wednesday in Royal Park, and I've just walked into someone's place. And they all stop and look at me. It's like one of those westerns, you know, where the guy walks in. I'm like, whoa, boys, it's all
Who's
good.
this punk?
Like, I just realised this danger I put myself in. So we walked in, I'm like, look, sorry guys, we're building a brewery, the music sounded amazing, and then they changed. So they went from aggression to, oh, you're building a brewery? Oh, mate, you're all good with us.
Wow.
Turns out, like the guy in question was a young bloke by the name of Dave Blight, who plays harmonica in Cold Chisel, and he's become one of our best customers and best mates ever since. He's an amazing human being, and he's part of the reason why Cold Chisel is called Cold Chisel. So I
Wow.
saved myself that day by simply saying, we're trying to set up a brewery.
Yeah, you absolutely did. What an awesome story. This is incredible. What an incredible night. We really hope that everyone can gather around you guys and possibly keep this brewery going so much longer.
Absolutely. Look, you can see it here. Like you said, about 750 heads are coming through the door. We're 20 minutes in. The place is chock-a-block, guys. Jump online, buy what you can if you're down here tonight. God, spend big. I know that I've already had a couple and I'm loving it.
And we know that we've spoken to one of your staff, Paul, and you're actually helping him with a big shave.
Yeah.
Shave our
H.
shed.
Yeah.
Just
So-
add a H to the situation, and you're doing another event on the 21st of March, which is hopefully going to be another big, successful event like this one.
No, like Paul he's a good bloke. Like, don't listen to what his parole officer says. He's a really good man, and he wants to raise. He's grown a filthy head of hair.
Yes.
He looks like a homeless samurai at the moment, but he'll shave it for a good cause, and that's what we do, right? We like to try and help where we can and do what we can, and I think, you know, when times are tough, people back in,
Yep.
and I think that's why we've got people here tonight, which is very gratifying.
For
very
sure.
humbling.
It's a reflection of who you are, so thank you very much for jumping on and having a chat with us. Thank you.
Thanks, Craig. Here in ya.
So we are down here at Big Shed Brewing's Save Our Shed event tonight, all thanks to Adelaide.
Save our shed.
Save our shed. Save our shed. I love it. That third voice you're hearing is none other than Lauren from Adelaide. Lauren, welcome to Livin'.
Guys, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for being here. And tonight is all about saving a South Australian business.
Unbelievable. How did it come about, Lawrence? Were you friends? You're friends with these guys, firstly, or not?
Yeah,
we
no.
just heard about it.
Yeah, well, we filmed here years ago, maybe when it first opened, and Jason and Craig are just amazing guys.
Yeah.
And we became friends with them. And as soon as I saw the article, I burst into tears. Then I called Hayley, and then I called Jason and said, how can we help? And it's just ballooned into this event, and I got in touch with all these South Australian businesses going, do you guys want to donate this, donate food? We've got people, Barossa Fine Foods making sausages with beer in them, Scarlet Bakery making hot cross buns with beer in them. All these people have come together tonight to save a South Australian business, but it's bigger than almost just this. It's like South Australians are such amazing people. We've even had other breweries. Like I went down to Lady Bar Beer in the city. He bought kegs, and he had Big Shed at his brewery. He's a brewery.
Yes.
He's got plenty of beer.
That's
but
right.
he goes, it's not just about one. It's about all of us in our industry helping each other out. Because, craft beer is massive for South Australia. And that has been the most amazing thing to see. People that would often be competition going, there's no such thing as competition
Community
here.
over competition. That's what it's about.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So here we are tonight, and all the food has been donated. There's like well over close to 1,000 people here, and all we ask for is to buy beer, buy food, and let's buy Big Shed out tonight. As much, I don't want anyone to go if there's beer here. We're buying them out.
I'm here for it. Put the cart behind the bar.
I
Let's
even
do it.
had a
Let's drive
stout. I drank a stout before, and it had honeycomb in it.
Ooh.
It tastes
Golden
like
stout time.
chocolate. I had a stout. It was phenomenal.
I'm on the hard ginger beer tonight. That's my choice. I love
This is
it.
going to be like a podcast up late. What can we talk about?
And we
talk about
did
anything.
have Craig on earlier talking about tonight, but we also managed to catch some of his staff, and it was really, really heartwarming because they all share the same story. These are good humans and they need support, and that's why you've managed to gather all these people, because they're actually good humans.
They're good humans, and they've gone into voluntary administration, which means they can be saved. And many years ago, you would have heard Spring Gully. They went into voluntary administration, and South Australia got behind them, bought their pickles, bought their chutneys, and saved them. And, you know, people would have gone, how's a jar of $3.50 pickles going to help? But everyone did it and got them out of their voluntary administration, and that's what tonight's about.
For sure. We spoke to George before from Olga's, and he was telling us that same story, how he jumped in then, and that's why he's jumped in tonight.
Because it could be
Donated
any
the
of
chip
us,
up to
any,
Chief.
any businesses out there, and Olga's are amazing, Scala are amazing, Thomas Farms, Meet Them Out. Like, there is a list of South Australian businesses, and we all go, I'm a South Australian business owner.
Totally.
If this was me,
Yeah.
you know, you do good things for people, karma comes around, and people help you, and that's what all these businesses are. They've all done good things.
It's amazing, and it's not just the food suppliers tonight, it's the entertainment.
Yeah.
We've got the 64 Chloe Cassadines here as well. You've really pulled together like the
Yeah.
A-list of South Australian names are here.
Yeah, I literally did it on a Monday night because the Fringe is shut tonight. So I've got two
Yes.
amazing artists from Gluttony coming in to perform, and they've donated all their time for free, which is pretty cool.
I tell you what, you're not just a pretty face. You know what you're doing. A Monday night,
nice.
very, very well
Sometimes
thought
I
of.
do think about things through. Other times I don't, but this I did.
No, you've done an excellent job. Now, very quickly, tonight's topic is big saves. Now, not only have you done the biggest save
Yeah.
here tonight, anything else in your life, Lauren, that you can think about where you might have saved something, saved a toy from your childhood, saved an animal, a person?
Wowza, that's putting me on the spot. I don't know. I should say I should save money, but I don't know.
Who does
What else can I
that?
save? I'm
Who
not very
does
good at that.
that?
I'm not good at saving.
Look, I think you've done an epic job here
Can I just
tonight.
say help save Big Shed? That's
Absolutely.
That is
Absolutely.
above and
But
beyond.
if I can save an animal or a life, I would. I would do anything for anyone else, but at the moment, not just, I haven't. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's totally fine.
Anti-climax. Let's go to the ads, guys.
Not at all. Look around. Like we said, this is tonight. This is your night. You pulled together with the Big Shed team. Congratulations. We hope that we do save our shed.
Yes.
I'm going to get another beer. We can catch you on Adelaide on Instagram and on Channel 9. You and Hayley and Tom.
Thank
And
you.
hello SATV, you were filming before,
We
so
are.
we might
Sundays,
say
5:30, Channel 9. Thank
unbelievable.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nancy Vince. Thank you.
I'll speak to you soon.
Welcome to our Live In podcast. Thank you for being so lovely and willing to jump on and have a chat with us. Firstly, before we have a chat, tell us, what's your role here at Big Shed?
Oh, look, I have lots of roles here at the Big Shed, but first and foremost, I am a very proud and good friend of Jason and Craig's.
Fantastic.
So the founders and the two buffoons who are still here.
Buffoons, your friends, you can say that.
On top of that, I've worked in the cannery, so the final container that everything goes in. So I've done the kegging and the canning. I work behind the bar doing superstar shifts. So
Superstar shifts.
I like that.
When they're
Superstar shift.
when they're extremely busy and they
Yeah.
need someone that can pour a beer and tell
Yeah.
a joke. I also do the brewery tours here.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
So I've gained a bit of knowledge over the years.
Yep.
I know obviously the Big Shed quite intimately.
Yep.
So I'm the host. So every Saturday I get to drink beer, talk about beer.
Life's hard.
I do tasting paddles of our core range and talk people through the language that we use to hopefully make them better at talking to their mates about what craft is all about and what
Yeah.
they might be smelling and tasting and experiencing. But most of all, I'm probably their most long-term punter.
Fantastic.
I love that. So how long have you been part of the Big Shed family?
Oh, look, I think hopefully you'll get to speak to Jason or Craig a bit later on. So, about 11 years.
Wow.
Wow.
I love that. I love
So
that.
this must be like it's a bit of a touchy time for you guys.
It is. It's emotionally.
Yeah.
It's emotion. Yeah. It's very emotional.
Yeah.
I have seen these guys in their ebbs and flows over the last decade. This one event particularly has been very humbling. Obviously,
Yeah,
we've got a few people here supporting us. So we've got Adelaide here as our
Unbelievable,
host
yeah.
tonight. Well done to them.
Yes.
We've got some story. 20,000 people coming tonight.
Yeah.
It's not. It's somewhere probably notionally around that 7 to maybe 900 people.
Yeah.
That'll come and visit the Big Shed here at Royal Park this evening. But the biggest thing for us I guess that emotional experience really comes down to how shocked we were at the response, the
Yes.
immediate response we got. Once we put the hand up to
Yeah.
say, hey, listen, guys,
Help.
we really need some help here, and the administrators, came on board voluntarily. That means that we've made that call. Our suppliers and other people that may be hurting with us for different reasons haven't made the phone call on their behalf. We've made the phone call on our behalf.
Yeah.
And I think that's a testament to how these two have really put this thing together. It's always been about the community that they could build.
Yeah.
I just don't think they realised how big that community became.
It's one of those things, isn't it, where it sort of grows a little bit, like not underground, but it has reached almost every corner of the state.
It
And I mean,
has.
like for me, my connection is through a couple of the other staff members here that I've worked with previously over the last decade, and they introduced me to Big Shed years ago, and it became very quickly one of my favourite beers. And so, like, even then, it's not something that I'm not down here, I live on the other side of town, but as soon as we saw the call out last week, we were like, immediately, like, what can we do? Is it buy a case? Is it get behind tonight's event as well? Is it, just spreading the word? And
Share your story.
Share the story. And that's the
Yeah.
thing that, like, not only, I guess, brings the community together, but it's been so wonderful, like you said, humbling to see and hear so
Absolutely.
many South Australians
Absolutely.
who love Big Shed Brewing to come together tonight and support you guys. So it's great to hear that not only, I guess, from the inside out, it is that same community.
Yes. Now, every week on our Live In podcast, we have a topic to discuss. And even though we're here for Big Shed, we just thought how fitting that our topic tonight is the big saves in life. Have you done any big save of a situation, an object, a human, a person? But I did notice some posters around the wall here tonight with, it's just spelt wrong, that's all, because it says the Big Shave. And are you involved in that?
Yeah, so I'm I guess the headline for the day.
Wow.
So I'll be getting rid of the big beard and the big hair, in hopes to save about $5,000 for leukemia or blood cancer.
Fantastic.
It really is a silent killer here in Australia. Don't want to harp on too much about the statistics around leukemia in particular, but around 160,000 Australians are affected by leukemia every year.
Yeah.
So, so I might rename the world's greatest shave event at the Big Shed as, Shave the Shed.
Yeah.
Shave the Shed.
Shave the Shed. So if
Absolutely.
I can take this opportunity to maybe put a call out there to your listeners.
Yes.
Please come down here March 21st. We kick off about 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I'd like to probably get a couple of bevies into me first.
Yeah.
But hopefully by about 7 we might start shaving off the beard and the hair. And look, if there's anyone else that's keen that wants to match me,
Yes.
not necessarily in the value of money that I'm trying to raise, but just in the token that I'm able to provide as a healthy healthy Adelaide resident, just looking at trying to save some lives, or certainly make some lives a bit easier. I've thought of this leukemia thing in such a way where we have a lot of remote spots around Australia where things just aren't available. Like, we're pretty blessed. We live in
Basic
a city.
healthcare is really,
Absolutely.
we take it
So-
for granted, I think.
So, mum and dad have a young child with leukemia and they live out bush, and I mean, it could take days to get back to a city.
Yes.
They've got accommodation, they've got,
Yeah.
the bills and things accumulating back in that background, and they're not even home to deal with them. So the Leukemia Foundation have several ports of grants that they have put together to relieve some of that for these families. So, and there's a twofold to this particular event now.
Yes.
It's not just the world's greatest shave, but Shave the Shed event number 2. So we're at Save the Shed now.
March 21st.
March 21st, 6 o'clock. I know it's a school night, guys. It's a Thursday night.
But so's tonight, and look,
but,
that hasn't kept anyone away.
There's a couple of school kids over there as well with mum and dad, which is great to see.
But hopefully you can all pop down, and we'll have twofold. We'll sell some beer at the bar, and we'll have some meals, and I'll tell some jokes, and at the end I'll look completely different.
So tell me about looking different at the end. Have you been growing this hair and beard for this occasion, or, have you had that in the back of your mind that you'd like to do that one day, or has this always been you?
When I first started growing the beard, and it fell, I mean, there's stages of growing a beard. But when the beard started falling off the face, I would get lots of attention, a lot of, really, funny comments and some really good comments about how good the beard is.
It's an impressive beard, and I'm someone who cannot grow facial hair to save my life, so I'm looking at it.
No.
At some stage early, I realised that I might be able to
they're very
capitalise on.
polite.
Finally, when I get rid of it, I
Yep.
might be able to do something really good for
Fantastic.
someone else. So I've chosen leukemia for no other reason that I believe I'll be able to hit my target, and I really would like to think that they are really good at distributing that money.
Yeah.
And it's going to make a difference. So
Yeah.
I've done lots of things over time to raise money for different things, men's mental health. I've done Movember a few times. In fact, Big Shed at the old Brownwood Avenue site hosted my Movember event.
Fantastic.
Probably 10 years ago. So it's
So-
really fitting that I get to do my leukemia event here as well.
I love it. So what's the target? And tell us one more time, what's the target? And
So
March
the
21st.
target for me is 5,000.
Yep.
5,000 will make a huge difference. The date is March the 21st. It kicks off at 6 o'clock and will be going till close. Now, during the week, that could be 10, 11, 12, whatever we make it. Understanding it is a school night, so everyone will have to get up and go to work the next day. But March 21st, 6 o'clock, be there.
Be there.
Looks that it takes a lot for people to make our good human list, and for only
Yeah.
knowing you about 8 minutes.
You've
Paul,
made it.
You've made the list. Our living good
Cheers to
human
you.
list.
We're going to share the links
Cheers.
in our show notes as well, guys. Here's Paul at Big Shed Brewing. You can hear things are really kicking off now, so we're going to hit the pause button here. We'll be right back. We are down here at Big Shed Brewing celebrating the Save Our Shed event, all thanks to Adelaide. Nance, we're talking all things saves, big saves.
Big saves.
And-
We've got big names here tonight to help save the shed, and one of those ensembles here tonight is the 64, and we have got Ben here from the 64. Thanks for joining us, Ben.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for being here tonight to entertain the crowd, which is just strolling in beautifully right now. They're expecting at least 700, and I think
Totally.
we're almost there.
We're not even at 6 p.m. yet. The
No,
event
I know.
officially
It's
hasn't even
crazy.
kicked off. Ben, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, we're very well, thank you. Now, welcome to the podcast officially. You're someone that we've wanted to chat to on here for a
Totally.
long time. We've spoken many times before, though.
It's funny, we have actually introduced Ben in
We
a
have.
different setting on stage
Yeah.
many years ago at the Royal Adelaide Show, and here we are doing it again on a podcast at the Big Shed. And as Vince said, it's all about big saves today. So we are here to ask you, is there anything, Ben, in your life, whether it be an object, a person, an animal, a doll, I don't know, a
What have
toy?
you saved?
What have you saved?
Well, the 64 try and save the day quite a lot, but last year we did a show in the Riverland at Renmark,
Yep.
and obviously they had a pretty tough Christmas with all those floods, so we created a Pay It Forward campaign and actually got 150 people into our show for free. So I like to think we saved the day
Wow.
for those people, because they did it pretty tough, and we just wanted to give them a good night.
I was just thinking something small, and you did it for 150 people.
150 people who
no
are affected
worries.
by the floods and who lost their houses,
Yeah.
no less. So when you said small save, but that's a big save.
That is a big one.
And you guys have been all over the country. You've seen a lot of things on your tour with the 64, so that's no small feat to achieve what you've done there. What about, saving some of the memories from that type of tour and a Pay It Forward campaign?
100%.
What are some of the highlights for you?
The memories, we actually take a selfie with every single audience we have, because we love a little scrapbook at the end of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Saving those memories right down. We love it. I mean, our show is basically, it's 60s and 70s music, and it's just fun. And so to be able to share that with so many people across the country now, it's a pinch ourselves moment, really, because,
Fantastic. Even your sound check before. Like, there is no one that can keep still, even in a sound check.
We were here dancing and singing along.
My
I saw.
gosh.
You can really dance, you guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
very kind. That's
Thank
very
you.
kind.
Very kind. Very kind. So what have you got planned for tonight here?
Yeah, we've got 25 minutes of our greatest hits. Really, we're trying all the sing-alongs and all the dance-alongs. So we want to get the crowd singing along.
Fantastic. And this episode will air next Monday, and you'd be sort of busy with the Fringe right now,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
we're right in the middle of it. So we opened the Fringe a couple of weeks ago. We were at Gluttony and did an hour of 70s music. This weekend just been, we were at Noarlunga. When this episode goes to air, we will have just been to Elizabeth.
Oh my gosh.
And then we go Norwood, and then we actually take our show back out to the regions, Port Pirie, Whyalla and Renmark as well. So
My big question is, are there tickets available? Because I know for a fact that you sell out so quickly year in, year out. Where can we get tickets if they're there, Ben?
All through Fringe Ticks, and hopefully in a week's time there will still be some tickets left. We're at Norwood this weekend, if you will.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Now tell us quickly, where can people catch you on Instagram? Where can they follow the 64?
The 64, yep. It's THE and then numbers 60 and then letters 4, which is very confusing.
So the number 60 and then spell out F-O-U-R.
That's it.
For those of you playing along at home, Ben, can you explain why it is like that? Because immediately people go, it's the 64, like the
Totally.
year.
Yeah.
And it's a very romanticised story, really. We actually wrote it for the first time on the back of the napkin, like all good names.
Good idea, start there.
Exactly. After a few beers. Oh, no. And but basically, we're 4 guys who sing 60s music, so it's basically as literally as you can get.
Absolutely it is.
Fantastic. That's a no-brainer. I love that.
It's pretty simple, isn't it? When
I'll
you put
never
it like
forget
that.
it. Never
Guys,
forget it.
Ben, we can't wait to see you guys up there doing your stuff a little bit later. We'll be singing, we'll be dancing, along with the other 700 people here.
Woo.
Thanks for jumping on. That was a huge
you.
save. Love
Yeah.
it.
Thanks, Ben.
Guys, we are down here at Big Shed Save Our Sheds
Save our sheds,
tonight.
say
My
that.
goodness, that's a tongue twister, isn't it?
It is. And we are talking all things saving tonight. And look, this night probably couldn't go ahead without people like you on board. We are talking about George from Olga's Fine Foods, who have supplied all the cevapcici here tonight for up to 1,000 people. That's like a lot of protein.
That's a lot of protein. George, welcome to Livin' Podcast. How are you?
Thanks very much. Yeah, it's great to be here. I'm having a great time. We've just arrived. There's music, there's food, there's lots of drinks, so it looks really good.
It's a vibe, that's for sure. Now, I was just listening to the backstory about tonight. So why have you donated? How did this come about for you to help out tonight?
So I've been involved with the food industry in South Australia for 20 years. I'm on the board of Food South Australia, which is the peak food body. And, a couple of years ago we saw, great outpouring of help for Spring Gully when they hit some issues. And so as soon as we heard about this, we thought it was really important to get on board and help our fellow South Australian businesses. The economy's going through some tough times, and a lot of businesses are also going through tough times, and it's the local economy that's important. And if you can get if you can come along and spend money with local businesses, it all gets recirculated and helps all of us. It's really important for this South Australian economy.
Absolutely. And now the cevapcici. This is something I've only just learned. This iconic recipe, and you were saying earlier, Olga of Olga's Fine Foods is actually your mother. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. My late mother. She started the business with my father in 1978 after having a barbecue restaurant in the centre of Adelaide for a number of years before that. They were selling cevapcicis in the restaurant, and people wanted to take them home, and people were lining up to buy cevapcicis at the back of the restaurant, and they were selling more out of the back of it than they were in the front, so they started a business, and here we are almost 50 years later.
And that's what your wife just mentioned. This recipe is 50 years old.
That's right.
Same recipe.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
That's the secret. You've got to keep it in the family and don't change a thing.
Yeah.
What is the secret ingredient? Can I ask? Is it love?
Love is probably the biggest ingredient, but I can't tell you everything.
If you told us, you'd have to kill us, I'm sure.
Well,
oh my goodness.
I wouldn't go that far.
That's the secret ingredient. All the people that you've told the recipe to, they're in the sausage now. That's the secret ingredient. No, fantastic. George, tell us, where can we find Olga's Fine Foods today? Where can our audience, where can all the people here enjoy your delicious, delicious food?
Yep, so if you're not at Big Shed tonight having cevapcicis here, you can buy our cevapcicis and the rest of our products in Coles, Woolworths, Aldi and most Foodland stores.
Amazing. Thank you so much for helping out the Big Shed today with this Big Save event. So thank you for coming on and talking to us on our podcast. And it's great to know the story and the fact that all these South Australians are coming on board to support local business. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me. Hope you have a great night.
Thanks, George. All
Wow.
right.
We're still here at the the Big Shed. We are talking all things big saves, and I'm pretty stoked. You've just done something phenomenal, Vince, can I just say? Because our next guest is no easy task getting him onto our podcast.
I asked him and he said, I'm sweating, I don't do this, I hate this, and I know how much he hates it, and I love the fact that he's here. We're not going to keep him long, but we're talking big saves. And when we talk big saves, you cannot go past the man, the myth, the legend, Eugene Galekovic. Welcome to Living Podcast. It's happening.
Not much.
Look, if those that might be listeners don't know the story, Eugene is also my beautiful other half of a partner. There's lots of background noise at the moment, so Huge, come nice and close because Vince does want to talk to you about a big save in your life.
I was saying today, Nance, we can't talk about big saves and we can't not talk to him about the greatest save possibly in soccer history, in my opinion, for Adelaide United. 2012, Highmarsh Stadium against Melbourne United. It was a penalty shoot and you saved it twice, Huge.
Are you greedy or just talented? One wasn't enough. What happened?
It was against Wellington. It was a good save, but
So humble.
it was the game was already over, so it wasn't as good as probably it should be.
How often has that happened in your career? Have you ever done a double save like that before?
Never.
How did that feel?
No, it was good, but like I said, the game was already won, so it wasn't like an important save. It was a good save, it wasn't an important save.
Okay. This is the difference from the spectator and the fans in the stand who are wetting their pants, me and the Red Army, and the players on the field. I love that though. You've had some major saves in your career. Could you tell me any of them, any one of them stick out in your mind besides that one?
Yeah, it was probably in the bigger games. So I made one in the Asian Champions League, which was a good save and an important save. One against Perth Glory, important moment. There's a few. It's a long time ago.
All right, big saves. The big man is
saves.
here.
He happened to be here, so we thought, why not grab the opportunity?
We got him.
We've got to. So thank you, darling,
Thank you.
for being on the podcast.
Nance, we're talking big saves tonight.
Yeah.
You got a big save?
I actually do.
Hit me with
It's a massive save. It's probably not the happiest story, but a very, very happy ending.
Okay.
Take you back to the day my son was born.
Oh, I know where it's going.
You know that's day?
Yeah, I do.
But hey, it was a happy ending. So it was a gloomy day. Just had his first feed. Went to put him down in the crib. And as we've gone to put him down, I see his face change from a beautiful shade of pink to grey to blue.
Oh my gosh.
And so this is moments, not long after he's born. So I have picked him up and I've said to Eugene, I don't like his colour. And he's like, no, he's fine. And I'm like, I don't like his colour. And I've just ran with him to the nurses. And yeah, that was a big bloody save, let me tell you.
Nance,
because
the biggest save of your life.
The biggest. Look, let me say his issues were corrected by the doctors. I had nothing to do that. But had we left him in that crib, I don't even want to think about it.
It's so funny that you've chosen that as your big save.
Yeah.
Because my big save is also saving my son.
Oh my God.
So 3 years ago,
Yes.
he was only a little tacker.
Yeah.
Much the same, but not much the same, but he was eating some mashed sweet potato and choking on it, but he was still breathing, still coughing, and you could just hear this wheeze. And my wife and I were like, "Oh, I'm telling you, there's something wrong." And immediately we got him. We rang the ambulance. They could hear him breathing, and they were like, "Definitely, bring him in." And we got him in. He had surgery, and they found sweet potato in his throat, behind his nostril, and in his lungs.
See?
And they said, had we have not been on top of it, and had we not been aware and put him
Aspirated,
down,
yeah.
who knows?
I
And
know.
God bless, and thank heaven that we were on top of it. But big save. I always think about that
saves.
day.
And to this day, because Jaden and his choking issues, if I even see a kid cough and
my
they've got
God.
food in their mouth,
I'm the same.
I'm like, quick!
I watch Roman eating and I'm like, you better chew that food. You better chew it up. Look, hey guys, the 64 are about to jump on stage and smash this event tonight. We are at Big Shed Brewing, Save Our Shed event. Thanks to Adelaide. The 64 are about to sing. Chloe Castledine was on before. We just heard from her a little bit ago. We'll be right back with a lot more living.
Yeah. what a night it has been here at the Big Shed. And normally our podcast episodes don't have so much background noise, but we love an on-site recording.
You know what?
Soak it up.
Absolutely. And look, our on-sites normally are happening in places of business, cafes, wineries, things like that. But tonight, 750 people have come through the door of Big Shed Brewing down here at Royal Park. It sounds like a rock concert. We've had Chloe Carsadine, the 64. We've had the ladies from Adelaide and Hello SATV down here. We've been here supporting all of the South Australian brands, food suppliers, beverage operators that have been down here tonight. It's just been such a community event, man.
It sure has. It's been phenomenal to see everyone come together and support local SA businesses, and that's exactly what we're all about. So it was just fitting that we are here tonight.
It was all about big saves tonight. We've heard about people saving their businesses, people saving or trying to save money, saving their family members. It's just been one of the biggest nights, I think, to celebrate what we can do when we come together.
Absolutely, we sure can. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of Livin' with Nancy Timpano.
And Vince Fusco, guys. This is Livin'.
Your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. Your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. Your mama always said, look up into the sky. Am I living?
We love all our Livin' listeners, but you know what we'd love even more? We would absolutely love it if you could possibly hit that follow button.
Oh, don't just hit the follow button, hit the download button, hit the share button, hit the love button. 5 stars, guys. Chuck us a review if you felt so compelled.
hello@livinpodcast.com. Reach out and maybe we can even come and visit your work site one day too.
Oh, we do love a good on-site recording, guys. hello@livinpodcast.com. We can't wait to hear from you soon.